Welcome. You're here at the STEELMATIC Network with G Honda. I'm your host, G Honda. Thank y'all so much for being here with me on this live Monday, episode 7, recap of week 1. Thank y'all for being in here with me. Thank y'all for being in here with me. Like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all so much for being here with me today. Y'all can be anywhere in the world, but y'all are here with me. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Share the channel, share the content, spread the message. STEELMATIC Network with G Honda. STEELMATIC Network with G Honda. Thank y'all so much for being in here with me today. All right. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that cash app. STEELMATIC001. STEELMATIC001. How y'all doing today, man? Where y'all calling in from? Where y'all patching in from? Where y'all patching in from? Where y'all patching in from? Happy Monday. Stella's coming off a week 1 W. We're going to get into that later. We're going to get into that later with the steel curtain, the defense. We're going to get into all that later here today. Absolutely. We're only going to be in here for probably about an hour, a solid hour if that. And we're going to recap week 1. We're going to talk about some events that took place on Sunday. And we're going to get into everything, all right? Appreciate y'all. Yeah, like, share, subscribe, share the content. Had some technical difficulties. That's why we're starting a little late, slightly late, 8 minutes after, rather. Absolutely. Week one recap. All right, let's get into it. All right, so as y'all well know, I just wanted to touch on something before I get into everything, before I get into the whole spiel. There was a incident Sunday which occurred with Tyreek Hill with the Miami Dolphins, and situation which resulted in him being detained by law enforcement, him getting pulled out of his car and detained by law enforcement, and they say a driving violation, right? Pretty common. But what's not common is civil compliance. You, myself, a civilian, complying with authority, complying with law enforcement. You know, I don't know the severity. I don't know what was said, what the exact situation at hand. However, in any situation which threatens your well-being, your peace, your well-being, you protect your peace and wellness and well-being at all costs. Tyreek, brother, I hope you're okay. I hope you are well. Because I know that could be a traumatizing thing. However, wish you peace and wellness going forward, and take care of yourself. Look out for yourself. Protect yourself at all times. All right. With that being said, salute to Tyreek Hill, Miami Dolphins. All right. Absolutely. Thank y'all for being in here with me today. All right, let's get into it. So week 1, we had some solid matchups week 1. Now I gave my assessment day before yesterday. I gave my assessment on the last live show, right? It's my assessment of the rundowns for every game on Sunday yesterday. And some I was quite spot on. A couple, not as much. Nonetheless, we're going to get into it. We're going to look at the recaps, and we're going to see where we went, okay? All right. So week 1, 1 o'clock matchup, Saints and Panthers, right? So we had Derek Carr went for 19 for 23, 200 yards passing, while Kamara and Williams ran for a pair of touchdowns. Now, your Panthers went into the stadium. They got blown out. They got completely ran out the arena, right? Because Saints just proved to be too much for them, and they just pounded and pummeled the Panthers to no avail, to 47-10. I believe I had that game a blowout somewhere in that range, but it was bad. Yeah, it was bad. Oh yeah. Next game, we had the Vikings and the Giants. Vikings versus the Giants. No, excuse me. Now the Vikings walked into MetLife Stadium only to decimate and stifle Daniel Jones and the Giants. Sam Darnold, he went 19 for 24, 208 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 INT. While of course yours truly, Justin Jefferson and Naylor, each had a receiving touchdown. The defense with the Vikings chipped in with 2 solid takeaways of their own, and they put away the Giants 28-6. 28-6. Yes, they did. Also, absolutely. So next game we had the Pats and Bengals. I believe this was one of the games I was a bit off on. Okay. So despite solid numbers from Joe Burrow, who's coming back from injury, it wasn't enough to put away the Pats. Burrow finished with 21 for 29, 164 yards passing on his return from an injury last season. But unfortunately, Joe Burrow was unable to get into the red zone as Pat Stevenson had a field day, going 25 for 120 rushing touchdowns. I'm sorry, 1 rushing touchdown, leading the Pats to a 16-10 victory over the Bengals. 16-10 victory over the Bengals. Yes. Next, we had the matchup, the Houston Texans and the Colts. The Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. Right? So it was a closely fought battle. The difference maker was C.J. Stroud, passing 24 for 32, 234 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and Mixon with his 30 carries for 159 yards rushing, and his touchdown, and the 2 takeaways from Diggs. Okay? Absolutely. Texans edged the Colts 29-27, 29-27. Texans edged the Colts. Next, we had the Cardinals and the Bills. The Cardinals and the Bills. Well, we had Josh Allen outclassed Tyler Murray in the matchup, when going 18 for 23, 232 yards passing, 2 rushing touchdowns, and 2 passing touchdowns. The Bills clipped the Cardinals. 34-28. Next, we had the Titans and the Bears, the Tennessee Titans and the Chicago Bears. Heisman rookie Caleb Williams got his first win in the shot as he went 14 for 29 for just 93 yards, but made quite the impression on the Bears fans and the organization. However, he did receive assistance from the Bears defense, who acquired 2 big INTs that helped lift and solidify the win over the Titans. Therefore, your Chicago Bears prevailed 24-17. 24-17. Jags and the fans. I'm sorry. Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. So it was a bit of a stalemate, to be honest with you. It was a bit of a stalemate matchup, all things considered. However, Tua and Lawrence had a decent performance. Tua going 23 for 37 for 338 yards, 1 touchdown, and Lawrence going for 12 for 21, 162 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Also a cane for the Dolphins, adding a rushing touchdown, and Hill had the only passing touchdown for the Dolphins. And the Dolphins edged the Jaguars 20-17. Dolphins edged the Jaguars 20-17. Yes. Next, we had the matchup with the Seahawks and the Broncos. Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos. Seahawks defeated the Broncos 26-20. Geno Smith finished with 171 yards passing. Smith and Walker each had a rushing touchdown, but Bo Nix for the Broncos had 2 INTs, which helped Seahawks with the win 26-20. 26-20. Absolutely. If you're just following in, hit that like, share, and subscribe. Hit the Cash App, STEELMATIC001, STEELMATIC001 for the Cash App. If you're just coming in, if you're just following in, like, share, and subscribe to the content. Next matchup, we have the Bucks and Commanders. The Bucks and Commanders. Yes, absolutely. So, I'm sorry, excuse me. So yeah, the Bucks and Commanders, we had two Heisman showdown with Baker Mayfield and rookie Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, he came into Tampa seeking his first win. Both stifled by Baker Mayfield in the passing attack. And Mike Evans' 2 touchdowns. Bucks trounced the Commanders 37-20. 37-20. Bucks trounced the Commanders. Absolutely. Shout out to Rav. Shout out to Rav. I appreciate you being in here with me. Shout out to Rav. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you. Absolutely. Okay. And the next matchup we had the Raiders and the Chargers. The LA Raiders versus the LA Chargers. The battle for LA, the battle for Los Angeles was short-lived for the Raiders. As Haber passed for 17 for 26, 144 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Dobbins had a rushing touchdown. McConkey had the only passing TD for the Chargers, as Chargers routed the Raiders 22-10. 22-10. The Chargers rout the Raiders. Shout out to the lovely Erica's Corner. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate y'all. How y'all doing this afternoon? How y'all doing this Monday afternoon? Absolutely. What you got, Rav? How did your team do? Rav, be patient with me. The cherry's on top of the sundae for a reason. Be patient. I'm gonna get to that. Don't worry. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna cook. Don't worry. All right. Good question, nonetheless. Shout out to Divine Photos, my brother. Where Brooklyn at? The Brooklyn boy. Shout out to Divine Photos. Salute to you, brother. Good afternoon. How y'all doing today, man? Hope y'all having a good day. Hope y'all having a good Monday, a good, productive, successful Monday, starting the week off strong, solid, and right, because that is the only way to start it. Absolutely. All right. Let's get into it. Let's get back into it, right? All right. So next matchup we had the Dallas Cowboys versus the Cleveland Browns. Now I know some of y'all just falling in. Now some of these assessments that I did the other day, I was off on, and some of them I was in the ballpark. I would say not spot on, but in the ballpark, right? So the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns, right? So with the Dallas Cowboys, the Browns started the game with high energy, and Cleveland started the game with high energy and heavy pressure. But Dak Prescott nor the Cowboys would waver. Not at all. Fought back strenuously on the road. Dak passed for 19 for 32, 179 yards passing. But in the supporting cast of Zeke, CD, and special teams return of Turpin, and solid defensive play from Diggs and Kendricks propelled the Cowboys to 33-17 victory over the Browns. 33-17 victory over the Browns. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be the first to tell you, I did not see that coming. That hit me like a haymaker from Neptune. I did not see that coming. I did not expect the Cowboys to go into the AFC North, Cleveland Browns, and beat the Browns. Did not expect it. Did not expect it. Competitive, yes. Beat them? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And matchup Rams versus the Lions. Primetime matchup LA Rams versus, I call it the Raiders LA. That was the Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders. The other LA team, LA Rams versus Detroit Lions. LA Rams versus the Detroit Lions. Shout out 8 Mile. Shout out Pooh Man, Mr. Williams. Salute to y'all. Matt Stafford had a homecoming game where he came to battle his old former team, right? It's neck and neck the whole way around. It was neck and neck the whole way. However, Matt Stafford, he passed for 34 for 49 yards, passing 317 yards, but it was not enough as the Rams came up short against the play of the Detroit Lions. Matt Goff, 18 for 28, 217 yards passing, and the Lions down the Rams with solid play, 26-20. Lions down the Rams. Solid play, 26-20. Yeah, some solid games week one. Solid games to start the week. But yeah, nonetheless, solid gameplay start the week. I know a lot of y'all gonna be watching that Jets and 49ers game tonight. That's gonna be a good one. Jets and 49ers. 49ers, I believe that's Alexander X team, or that's yeah, I think that's X team. Yeah, the 49ers. Yep. So is. Shout out Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, how you doing today, brother? How you doing today, brother? Salute. How you doing today? Appreciate you being here. What you got, Devon? To me, the best game was the Texans and the Colts. Yes, it was. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even see that game going that far. I honestly thought it was gonna be a walk down, honestly, because with Anthony Richardson coming back from injury, he competed very well. He did his thing. I must say, hats off to Anthony Richardson. Hats off to him. Hats off to him and the Colts. Solid play. So let's get into the marquee matchup with the Atlanta Falcons and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Atlanta Falcons and the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? So Pittsburgh Steelers walks into Mercedes-Benz Arena, Stadium, what have you, and they defeat the Falcons. They defeat the Falcons. Defense just goes on slaughter mode. I said TJ. My fault. TJ Watt, right? Dominated performance. Matter of fact, the entire defense, dominant performance, right? Solid dominant performance. 2 INTs, sacks. However, could not manage to score the football, get a touchdown, acquired a touchdown in the red zone. And I had mixed emotions about this game. I really did. When we have a kicker that kicks 6 field goals. 6 field goals, right? All 18 points, 6 field goals. And with the strenuous schedule that you have, right? We have one of the hardest schedules, and we kicked 6 field goals, couldn't score on the red zone, right? And you got one of the best head coach OC duos. But everything can't be perfect, right? Defense showed out and did what they did, dominated in grand fashion. But, there are some woes, so we take the good with the bad, right? Take them with progression, take them with growth and grace. So I think, all things considered, It was a great competition. It was a great game. Falcons, great adversaries. I think they're going to win their division. We have some work to do. We have some things to smooth out on the offensive and defensive side, of course. That's going to get done in the coming weeks. And we came out 18-10. I take it for what it is. However, you got to be able to score in that red zone, baby. You got to be able to score in that red zone. You can't make it to New Orleans in February without scoring in that red zone, playing defense, right? And run the ball. But you got Devon. I will say this about Justin Fields. He did well. I believe so. Devon. I'm not, canceling them out or anything like that, anything of that nature. I would say it's some mechanics that needs to be worked on. Of course, with the O-line as well. The O-line needs to be fortified. And that, like I said, that's going to come in the coming weeks as we move things around, as we move pieces around, because we have one of the most difficult schedules. We have one of the most difficult schedules, right? What you got? Plus, if the refs didn't call that offensive pass interference on Pickens, that was the best deep throw by Justin. Oh yeah, he made a couple of them. Yeah, Justin made a couple of deep throws. Oh yeah, absolutely. He made a couple of deep throws. And now, like I said, and the only thing that's going to come with time, his QB play, the offensive line, the slide protection, the run progression, that's only going to come with time. In the coming weeks, I don't expect the whole drastic turnaround immediately, but I'll be most appreciative because it's definitely greatly needed because of the strength of schedule that we have. I'm talking outside of the AFC North. We already know what AFC North is, but having the Jets, the Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, and for some reason, folks might discount the Raiders, but they give us the hardest time every time we play. Why? I don't know. I don't get it. But it is what it is, right? So, some pros and cons from that. Pros, of course, was the defense. TJ Watt, he was all world. He was everywhere. He's a modern day Lawrence Taylor. If Lawrence Taylor and Troy Polamalu had a baby, it'd be TJ Watt, right? So, he was all over the place. He got his sacks. He got his forced fumbles. He created and opened INTs for Deshaun Elliott and Dante Jackson. He opened those INTs for those guys, and he also opened solid defensive play for other defensive players, Ogunjobi, Highsmith, and all complementary to one another. Peyton Wilson, all complementary of one another, right? Absolutely. Solid defensive play. It's the steel curtain back. I wouldn't say that just yet. I wouldn't absolutely say that just yet. Week 1. However, Falcons is a worthy adversary, and we went in there and did what we did with them, and we won. We did what we had to do to win. We did what we had to do to win. Absolutely. What you got, Devon? Biggest upset of the day was Patriots beating the Bengals. Yeah, I had Bengals. Man, I had Bengals winning, and I didn't see Drake May coming in and the Bengals. I'm sorry, I didn't count on Joe Burrow being rusty coming back from injury. I thought he wasn't going to miss a beat. But of course, it's just week 1. I'm sure. Yeah, come conference play, he's not going to be that Joe Burrow. He's going to be locked in and a problem, nonetheless. Matter of fact, he's going to be a problem for the rest of because I'm pretty sure he's brewing about this right now. Oh yeah, he's brewing about this right now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think Tomlin and Arthur Smith is going to come together and get, come into the film room, come into all the resources possible, practice squad included, um, and figure these things out and get these walls drawn out because, of course, these are going to be some quick and coming weeks. These are going to be some quick and coming weeks. Also, with Denver on Denver on the following Sunday at 4:25, and it's uphill from there. And like I said, we got to make the necessary adjustments and changes. And of course, another pro that we had, well, we had a kicker to kick 3 field goals from 50 yards plus. And, anytime you have that, that's just indicative of your inability to get into the red zone and you to make things count when you really need to. Not be able to score a touchdown on the road or at all. These are some moves that's been following us for a while now. And it mm, 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 mm. But I have no doubt. I have no doubt in my mind that Arthur Smith and Mike Tomlin's gonna figure this thing out because we have the personnel, or we will find the personnel to get these things done. Of course, it all starts with the O line, and the O line being effective, slide protection being there, gaps being created, and we having a solid run game to where we could get everything, move those chains, and get the progressions going right. And another thing, wide receiver play. As y'all well know, Justin Pickens stepped up solid. As George Pickens stepped up solid. He was solid as he is every game, and he played his part. He did what George Pickens does. However, our other receivers lack of stepping up, non-existent. Other receivers are non-existent, and that needs to change in the coming weeks. That must change in the coming weeks for us to be successful in this season. Very much so, because if no adjustments are made, no improvements are made, this is going to be this is going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. Red zone efficiency has to change. It has to change. Has to change. Has to change. But bottom line, it was some good matchups. Good matchups this Sunday. Really looking forward to my Steelers doing some great and mighty things, especially with this defense. This defense is I feel like this is a special defense, and I just feel like Arthur Smith and Tomlin are going to really need to bite down hard on many of things, especially when they play a lot of these upper level teams, and that's where it gets interesting. That's what gets interesting because who's going to make the necessary plays and who's going to adapt. I must say now, I'm not too concerned about the defense because we've seen what the defense can do. We see how complementary they are of one another, right? Yeah. So it's kind of a mixed emotion thing to where you have those problems, and not necessarily bad problems to have, but they're not great at all. But comes with growth. Comes with growth, right? And one thing for sure, when you have things looming like contractual issues and folks not getting paid and folks are producing, it kind of rings a bell. Yes, I'm speaking of Najee Harris and Jalen Warren. I know Jalen Warren do too much, but Najee, he had a chunk play or two yesterday, and but of course, like I say, with that O line being suspect the way it is, yeah, oh yeah, but Great thing about it is improvements come in the coming weeks. And I have no doubt that we're going to figure everything out. We're going to get everything straightened out and strengthened and get everything improved. So yeah, it's just one of those things with those that you have mixed emotions about. Your defense looks solid and superb, but your offense is just Justin Fields, man, I think along the lines he's gonna do great things. I just hope he stays healthy and because I ain't gonna lie, that boy got some dangerous scrambles, and defense like the Falcons, defense they like to squash on you, but he did great. He had a great solid performance. Yes, he did. Yes, he did, Devon. He did have a solid performance. He did. He did. He did. You like, share, subscribe if you just coming in. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that cash app, STEELMATIC001, STEELMATIC001. Hit that cash app, support the show. Absolutely. Chat, what was y'all favorite game yesterday? What was y'all favorite game yesterday? Put it in the chat. Frymouth, yeah, I think Frymouth had a couple catches. He had a couple catches. Just got that $48 million, $50 million, 4 years. Mm-hmm. Just got Divine. Bills want to start in QB if he plays efficient against Denver. Well, that could be a mixed bag because being that if Russ is healthy and can play, I think Russ should play against Denver. That's just my thoughts. That's just my opinion. If he's healthy, granted. But if not, then no need to rock the boat. But if we can't get in the red zone, then something has to happen. If we can't get in the red zone against the Broncos, we got problems. Yeah, we got problems. Yep. What other games y'all like this week? What other games y'all like? Who's watching the San Fran and Jets games tonight? That's going to be a great one. That's going to be just as good, if not better, than the Philly and the Green Bay game on Thursday or Friday, I should say. Who's watching the Jets and 49ers? Mm, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a solid matchup. Um, I don't expect. I think Rodgers going to do somewhat here and there. Come 39, coming up 39, 40, coming off that Achilles injury. That's going to be. I hate it for him, to be honest. I really do. I hate it for him. But he does have weapons, though. He does have weapons to get it done. But at the end of the day, I think San Fran is just too much. Kittle, McCaffrey, Debo, Ayuk, and then there's still promising on defense, Nick Bosa and company. Yeah. San Fran gets it done. San Fran gets it done 21-9. 21-9. San Fran gets it done 21-9. So I don't see it being a high scoring game. Now, I've been wrong before, but I just think that Rodgers is gonna slowly work his way and feel his way out. Of course. I think he's gonna really get going starting in week 3, week 4. But I think he's gonna do a better job preserving himself because he's older and that I know that ankle still has to be bothering him. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Knock Knees Top Pro. What's going on, Knock Knee King? Top Pro, man. What's going on, man? You doing all right? Appreciate you being here, brother. Appreciate you being here, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How your Monday going, brother? Hope all is well, man. Hope all is well. I ain't nothing much, man. Doing the recap, man. Doing the recap from the week ones, man. You know, doing my recap assessments. We doing recap assessments on the look at the thumbnail. Recap assessments from all the games, all the ones I was right on, all the ones I was wrong on. Yep. Absolutely. Put in the chat, y'all, who y'all got winning tonight? Who y'all got winning tonight? Jets or the 49ers? Jets or the 49ers? And why? Jets or the 49ers win tonight, and why? Jets or 49ers win tonight, and why? Jets or 49ers win tonight, and why? Yeah, 49ers should take charge. They should pull it out. Yeah, 49ers Rodgers gonna be rusty. Yeah. Yeah, it should. You know, if Rodgers is smart, he's gonna slowly work his way in. Because I know with that Achilles, you know, you really ain't got too many wheels, if any, to move around and be mobile like that. But I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna slowly work his way in. We're gonna see Rogers, Channel Roger of old, come week 3, week 4. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Y'all just like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that Cash App, STEELMATIC001, STEELMATIC001. Who else we got in here today? I didn't see Andrew Fain in the chat. I know he's somewhere gloating like crazy because the Cowboys won. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hear from him sometime today. I have no doubt. I have no doubt about it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 49ers and yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Fans. Who's seen that situation with Tariq Hill? Who's seen that situation with Tyreek Hill? She got Divine. The only thing with Miami, they can win in cold weather. That's a good thing. That's solid. Yeah, so like for you to be detained before a game and for you to be face down, I mean, and Tariq's only like uh mm, what about 5'8", 5'7", if that, and you detained by 5'6" officers, face down detained by 5 or 6 officers. I mean, mm, I mean, my only thing would be, you know, you from the South, you know what it is. Compliance, man. Compliance is key. I mean, you going that's no different from you going to your 9 to 5 every day, and then well, whatever you running late, you're speeding. You could have got your ticket, whoop whoop whoop, and been on your way. But you got Divine. Police union came out and said Tariq wasn't listening and being reckless. Of course they don't say that. Of course they don't say that. I mean, and I'm not gonna say I don't know what he said or didn't say, did or didn't do. My only thing is because anytime I was pulled over, I was compliant. I even had state troopers and officers let me go because I was compliant, right? So, but it was never in the excess of because well, I'm not an excessive type person, but I mean safety. Your safety and protection should be your first, second, and third priorities. Because if you're not going to prioritize that as your major concern, why should anybody? Why should and why would anybody else prioritize that for you, right? If you're not, so I mean that situation, he could just handled it as yeah, okay, ain't like you ain't got money to, you got 100 times the money to pay whatever ticket they gonna give you. So I mean, I just didn't, you know, just wasn't trying to see him face down on the pavement, 5, 6 officers and just it's crazy. But that those situations I feel like can be negated with healthy communication, healthy dialogue, and just compliance, man. Just compliance. I mean, we've seen enough people lose their life over non-compliance, and I don't even need the name drop. But we ought to seen that enough times to where you have the slightest degree of humility to comply. That's not you being a wuss. That's not you being a pushover. That's simple compliance because I have other things that I aggrandize and prioritize other than this encounter with you right now. But I can imagine some folks don't think that far ahead, that in the moment type mentality. But, we're seeing this too frequent. What you got, Erica's Corner? Hopefully he has a dash cam in his car to show what actually happened. Yeah, yeah, that's why I'm pretty sure if he did start recording, we're gonna see that record on IG or online in the coming weeks, and we'll see what actually took place. But normally, anytime you're non-compliant and you're of the melanated color and you're the slightest degree of non-compliance, we know how that can go. And then, of course, if you're a notable figure, the state going to extract as much resource out you as possible anyway. So that's that. But you got Divine. But why need for 5 officers around one man? Exactly. But Divine, I think the bigger question is, and some might have mixed emotions about it, but why would you allow the situation to, as a man, as a grown man, right? Why allow a situation like that to get that far? Regardless if it was 1, 10, or 1,000. I mean, it wouldn't matter to me, make me no difference because I know how to handle myself in a verbalized, mature manner. And those that thing that don't come standard on everybody. Respect, maturity, and integrity. That does not come standard on everybody, right? So, I mean, you hate to see that, but and that's not to say what who Tariq is or not, but just a eye opener for future things and how to handle yourself with law enforcement in a compliant manner, in a compliant, respectful manner, right? Man, I appreciate y'all being here with me today. I appreciate y'all being here with me today. I said we was gonna be here for about an hour. Like, share, and subscribe to content. Hit the Cash App, STEELMATIC001. Hit the Cash App, STEELMATIC001. I'm gonna be back live Wednesday at 4 p.m. May have a pop-up show tomorrow. I'm not sure. But definitely set your notifications, man. Definitely set those notifications. And because like I said, got a lot of things lined up the pike, and a lot of things that's formulating that I'm trying to put together, especially with other individuals and whatnot, and to further grow the show. But like I said, we building it as we find it. But man, I appreciate y'all being here with me, man. Divine Photos, Mr. Williams, Erica's Corner. I appreciate y'all being in here with me today. And like I said, man, like, share, subscribe, hit that Cash App. STEELMATIC001, STEELMATIC001, because this show does not happen without you guys. And I thank y'all so much for being here with me at the ground zeros of this show. Like I said, we building it as we flying it. We adding on different pieces and such, show by show, little at a time. And man, I appreciate y'all, man. Salute to you. I'm G Honda. This is a STEELMATIC Network. I appreciate y'all for being with me. Keep it locked and be with me on the next live. Salute.
BOSWELL stick into the end zone, touchback. BOSWELL stick into the end zone, touchback. Boswell's kick into the end zone, a touchback. Boswell's kick into the end zone, a touchback.